Unit 8, Recording 2.
Now, I've always thought it has to do with what time of day you're born. I arrived at 10 o'clock at night, and consequently I'm an owl, coming to life late in the evening and capable of dancing till dawn, which is a pity, really, because this job requires that I'm a lark, getting up every morning at 5:30. Well, which are you, and why?
I am up usually between 5 and past most mornings, and I'm bright and breezy. I sing in the morning. I'm wide awake. I love watching the sunrise. Whenever we go on holiday, my husband thinks I'm mad, because quite often I get up with a camera and I'm out there at 5 o'clock in the morning watching the sunrise and taking photographs, and I just love it. It's just so peaceful and so beautiful. It's a lovely part of the day.
Definitely not a morning person, evening without a doubt. I despise getting up with a passion. There is a real sense of dread and oh no, and there's sort of lots of denial about no, it didn't really go off, and I sort of set it again for 5 minutes later, then I set it again for another 5 minutes later, and I stay there to the absolute last second.
If I'm groggily out at 9 or 10 in the morning, I do look at other people walking their dogs or walking along with a bounce in their step and just think, where does it come from? How can you do that? Should I just eat more vegetables or more fruit, or should I get up earlier to be more awake? None of it works.
My father and my mother are very much sort of early birds, and so when I was a teenager I'd sleep in and I'd have comments all the time like, you're sleeping your life away, you've wasted the best part of the day. And it's taken me till very recently actually to be able to stop the guilt at getting up late.
Going to bed early seems more like you're planning ahead and thinking about the next day, so it seems oriented around whatever work you have to do the next day. It's just quite a nice feeling being awake and nobody else is there. You just feel like you're the one in charge or something, you know what's going on.
Late evening is best for me to be focusing rather than partying. That's when I'm really thinking straight. Everyone's going to sleep at home here when I'm really mentally becoming most awake. That's when I really feel at my sharpest.
At the end of the day, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm exhausted, and so I want to go to bed. Anybody mentions party to me, and I cringe.
David and I always joked before we had children that it would be great because he would be great in the mornings and I would be great in the evenings, and to a certain extent that's true, but finding time in the middle to talk to one another is trickier.
What are you, lark or owl, and what are the effects? Do let us know on the message board on the website.